Welcome to the CCEE Distance Learning Consortium Hot Topic Series. My name is Jennifer Gately, and I will be your facilitator today from San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools. Today, we will begin Hot Topic session number 3, and we will be exploring how to develop positive student and family mindsets for distance learning. As we go on this journey today, our session topics again will follow the why, the what, and the how of distance learning and family engagement. Today, in session 3, we will be exploring growth mindsets in distance learning. We will dive a little deeper into the attitudes and habits that support a growth mindset in distance learning, followed by some strategies in how to integrate successful mindset perspectives into distance learning. Let's begin today with a quote. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Correcting mistakes are proof that you are growing. This is truly our goal. Learning is a journey, a true lifelong process for both students and our families as well. This is true in the traditional sense of learning, and even more so as we grow together in our journey in distance learning. So as we explore that idea, let's explore the idea of growth mindsets a little bit further. A growth mindset is a way of engaging in the world around you. Although we often focus on the benefits of mindsets for students, during this time of distance learning, it's equally as important for families to model this perspective as well, as this can help ease the burden and the transition that families often experience in distance learning. You can see on the right that sometimes we can summarize the idea of a growth mindset for students and families as the power of yet, rather than I can't, I don't know how, I won't. We instead implore the power of yet, and we start to change not only our mindset, but the language that we use to articulate that. As we put ideas out there that sound something like, I don't know the answer yet. I'm not very good at this yet. This doesn't really work for me yet. Or I just can't do this yet. And it begins to foster with our students and our families that willingness to learn and grow in the process and realize the journey of learning, whether it is at school in the classroom or whether it is now at home with our families. So let's dive into that question of how do we develop a student and family mindset that benefits distance learning in the home? Here are some key ideas that we can explore. Number 1, focusing on fostering students' resiliency skills. Resiliency skills are those social skills, the behaviors that students use to improve interactions between themselves, other students, and now as we look at distance learning, the family that they are engaging with at home. Resiliency skills are often essential during distance learning when students do not have the benefit of access to the teacher that used to be in the classroom with them. They now have to face interactions and rely on social skills that are with those that are around them, such as their family members or other siblings, or perhaps even other students that are with them in what we're now calling a learning pod, social groups of students coming together to work through the process of distance learning. These skills are essential as students implore those social interaction skills with whoever is in their immediate surroundings and work through the challenges of distance learning together. They know where they're going and they have the confidence that there are people there in their circle to go on that journey together with them. The family is the most essential part of the resiliency skills in their new social circle at home. Number 2, developing students' self-regulation skills. These are those important management skills that are important for students to use in their transition to distance learning, as they now are moved away from the structure of the classroom and the school environment and transitioned into a different environment where learning takes place at home. These self-management skills allow students to be aware of how to work through their school day, how to manage distractions, how to avoid temptations, and how to prioritize tasks that might be accomplished during their school time with their teacher and beyond their school time when they're working independently on their own or with their family. These management skills become essential as they begin to develop not only their learning goals, but their own ability to manage themselves in the learning process. And finally, we focus on encouraging students' perseverance skills. These are the learning skills, the learning processes that students use as they engage in distance learning with their teacher or with their family. Students' ability to think, to remember, to understand new content, but oftentimes a new way of engaging with content that is now being delivered in a synchronous format together with their teacher, oftentimes across a technology platform that they don't know yet how to use with proficiency, or as they are now engaging independently or with their family in a different model than what they're used to when they were together with their teacher in the classroom. This different way of learning involves a different process for learning as well. And that involves students developing a sense of perseverance to learn and grow, not just in a different place, but in a different way. In summary, as we think about students' growth mindset in distance learning and families' growth mindset as well, it is important that all students have a safe space to try and sometimes even fail with the support of their families and teachers, to see, talk, and listen to them in their distance learning journey. That is okay for students to recognize that distance learning is hard, and families, it is just as equally as hard for you, but to realize that what they do in this journey will strengthen what they can do after this journey as they grow not only as a student, a member of your family, but a future citizen in our society that knows how to overcome challenges, how to use the skills and the strengths that they have in their toolkit, and how to be the best person that they can, regardless of the challenges that they're facing. So we invite you to continue to explore this idea of a growth mindset in distance learning, not only for your student, but your entire family as well, as you explore some of the options for activities listed below. This brings session 3 to a close as we explored the idea of student and family mindsets in distance learning. We now invite you to join us for session 4 as we take a deeper dive into thinking and well-being in distance learning, and we look at students and family and social emotional well-being and wellness in distance learning. Thank you.